What's going on, guys? It's Michael MGF, and today I'm going to be doing a review on LEGO Minifigures Series 7. I know it's been a while since I did a review on the LEGO Minifigures series, but I stopped the Series 4, but I decided that I just might get it back into it, and I'm starting back up with Series 7, and the set number for Series 7 is 8831, and it is ages 5 and up. So, wait a minute, you actually thought I was going to do a review on these? Yeah, right. No, but I'm just kidding, guys. Basically, I got these at Toys R Us. Took me like 2 tries, actually, because I had to leave because the Toys R Us closed on me. But, yeah, I got out the entire series here now. And let's take a look at the packaging here. This is basically your standard bag. You've got, this one is red now. And it's, you know, pretty classic to LEGO minifigure style bags. Here's the back. Now, the dotted codes that all of us have been using on the back, they don't really seem to be accurate anymore, so I'm not going to be going by them anymore, the little dots on the bottom of the back. So I just felt for them, and this series is pretty easy, but I'll talk more about each figure and how to get the right ones as I review them. So, let's get going. Alright, so first let's take a look at the bunny. The bunny is really awesome, and it certainly reminds me of this.
Bunnies!
So obviously this is not actually the Easter Bunny, but this is just a guy in a bunny suit. That's why they call him the bunny suit guy. But for those of you who don't know, the LEGO minifigures series, each and every figure that you get does come with a 3x4 stand. So, pretty awesome. Anyway, this figure is really cool, because I love the brand newly molded Easter Bunny hat. The face is pretty cool. As you can see, it's a nice little happy face. And then he has a nice little fuzzy tail on the back, which is so adorable. And then the carrot is pretty cool. And the carrot's actually 2 pieces, as you can see there. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I certainly love the bunny. And yeah, happy late Easter. Next up we have Bane from The Dark Knight Rises. Wait a minute, LEGO's not cool enough to make something this awesome. So, here's the Aztec Warrior. He's really cool. I mean, the headpiece that he comes with, oh my gosh. The printing detail is amazing, the sculpting work is awesome, and believe it or not, it's probably the easiest figure to find when you're searching through the bags. But the leg printing is really cool. As you can see, it wraps all around the legs, Wonder Woman style, since it does not continue to the back. And the detail on this guy is outstanding, absolutely outstanding, and same with the shield. He does have a shrunken head on the chest, along with some feathers to represent, you know, this is, you know, Aztec, Mayan times, you know, all that. And these guys were the ones that were visited by ancient aliens, as ancient astronaut theorists believe. Any of you guys watch that show on the History Channel? It's kind of funny. But he does have some nice green printing on the head there, which is very cool. And the spear is also very nice. Wish it would have a little bit more color to it, since obviously LEGO can print fairly nicely on pieces, and they really showed that here on his headpiece. And yeah, he does have a 6-pack underneath there, and the robes around his waist are also very nice. So, there's you look at him. Next up we have the Swimming Champion. The Swimming Champion's really cool, a little bit more simple than the others, but I do love the newly molded cap. Really awesome and extremely useful. The swimsuit is also very nice. She does not have any back printing. That seems to be what is lacking this series, is the back printing. But she does have a double-sided face. It's kind of like a smirk. You know, happy she won. She's a swimming champion. She got first place, got her gold medal champion. And what really caught my eye on this figure was, well, actually the torso is very simple. Just want to get that out of the way. But is this. The gold medal is awesome. We've never seen LEGO actually make this. And what I've actually already put it to use, and I'm already, you know, I already got my customizing skills on it. And let me show you what I'm doing with that. I am recreating the talisman of finding to aid Savage Opress in his hunt for Darth Maul. Next we have the bride here. The bride is really cool, and there is a slight problem with actually finding this particular figure when you're looking for them through the baggies. Basically, The Viking Woman also has a brick to represent their dress, so you can easily confuse it. I know I did, and it actually took me a second trip back to Toys R Us since I did make that mistake, and I ended up with two Viking women. So be sure to, when you're looking for the two, be sure to feel for her hairpiece, because that is how you'll be able to tell the difference apart. So don't make that mistake. Anyway, this one is really cool because she has this fabric is not like your average Lego cape. It's almost like an action figure type fabric. It's really, really nice. And the tiara here is pretty cool. We saw that back in one of the old Indiana Jones sets as well. And then she also comes with a bouquet of flowers, and that is a brand new piece. And the torso detailing and the dress detailing is overall just really nice. Great figure. Okay, and now we have the Ocean King. The Ocean King is really cool. He features I believe this is a new mermaid piece. I'm not sure. It might have been used in Pirates of the Caribbean, but I never did get that set, so I wouldn't know myself. But it does feature some really nice scale details. And that is the obvious way that you can find this guy when you're trying to feel in the bags is feel for that curve piece and then the sloping here and the flipper. His trident is very cool. Not the first time we've seen that. The hairpiece along with the crown on top is very cool. Really, really nice. He does have a feature here. Let me pull it off here. Come on. There we go. No! He does feature, like I was trying to say there, a six-pack. And that is really useful, especially for like Vietnam figures, for example. And this is the Ninjago beard, or at least the beard that was introduced in Ninjago. And we're going to put that back on. And then here's a look at his face there. So we're going to pop that back on as well. And his hairpiece is very cool as well. So there's the Ocean King. He's actually kind of like Poseidon, but yeah, there you go. Now we have the bagpiper. This guy is really awesome, and he has a lot of plaiting to him. If that's a word, I hope it is. Anyway, what I love about the LEGO minifigures line is that LEGO, they produce so many different pieces. And this is a brand new bagpipe, and it has lots of really fine, detailed plaid print all over the bagpipe. And you got the pipes all on the front here, and it's actually pretty easy to feel for when you're looking in the bags. So I would definitely feel for the bagpipe. Easiest way out there. His hat also has plaid on it. Let me remove his bagpipe. And that's very cool. And then there's a decent look at his face there. And he is in a tux almost. And then he has a plaid skirt. And then when you pull that apart, he is in tights. Some pretty goofy looking tights. So let's see him walk around like that bagpiping. Next we have the Daredevil, or the Modern Marvel, or as you can call him, Evel Knievel. And he's really cool. I am loving the combed hair. Really nice, and you get that in a dirty blonde color. You do get a white cape with this guy, a Lego City helmet with a star insignia with a blue line to outline it, a trans blue visor, which is really cool and definitely useful, and then the printing on his belt, legs, and torso are very nice. And then he does not have back printing, but he does have a double-sided head. So the way I found him is basically, he's the only one in this series that comes with the city helmet, so you basically just feel for that, you know, that narrow, it's probably it's like a small little helmet, and then you have to feel for you have to make sure that you don't mix up the helmet with the sci-fi Galaxy Patrol guy, and basically just feel for the right helmet. Now we have the Galaxy Patrol Soldier, and honestly, this guy is easily my second favorite, and mainly because he looks like he jumped right out of Mass Effect, the video game, and that's awesome. But he does feature the standard LEGO space symbol on both shoulders, and this Juggernaut, I'm saying Juggernaut already because I'm trying to say here that the armor looks very similar to a Juggernaut, and for those of you who want to make your own Juggernaut like you saw in my past video, this would definitely be the armor you'd want to use if you don't want to go into as many drastic details and other things that I did. But he does feature brand new armor, which will be featured with the new Lex Luthor minifigure when the game comes out for pre-orders. And you do have a new helmet. get it to focus. And this one's awesome. You cannot fit a city visor on there without modifying it, but it's still really cool. And what makes this figure unique is that he does have his visor HUD printed onto the face rather than attached to the helmet, which makes it that much more awesome. And it's probably one of the first time LEGO has done that. And then he does have it without the visor turned on, or his screen, whatever you want to call it. And he does have a 5 o'clock shadow for both faces. So now let's remove his armor. This will be fun. There we go. And the detail, like I said, is just absolutely outstanding and fantastic. So, I mean, it's just amazing detail. Nothing else to it. And then he does feature, you know, the pistol that was introduced in the Alien Conquest sets. And he does not feature back printing. Okay, now we have the tennis player. The tennis player is really cool. The way you can feel for him is just feel for that spiky hair. He's the only figure in the series that has hair like that. And as you can see, he does have a dark blue tennis racket. And basically just a really nice, really awesome tennis outfit. And you can see he does have skin showing on his knees there, which is really cool. And he has a headband there. And no double-sided head. Next up we have the Jungle Boy, or as I like to call him, Tarzan, because that's pretty much what he is in a way. He does feature his little toy knife, since LEGO, they can't, you know, produce sharp objects, since, you know, young kids buy these, you know. He does feature the monkey, which was introduced in a series or two back with the Safari Girl. So, really cool little monkey there, nice piece, and you can have him hooked onto his arm, and he has a stud, or a section for the stud right there. And as you can see, he does have a, I guess you could say, I don't know what you would call that he's wearing there, but it does feature some nice wrinkles, and it's like a shredded pants in a way. And he does have Dastan hair, but now molded in brown, and he has a six-pack, a teeth necklace, and scratches along his chest. No back detail, which is kind of odd, and no back face either, or double-sided head. So let's put his monkey back on there. Alright, now we have the Hippie. Alright, now we have the Hippie. The Hippie is pretty cool. Easily reminds you of the 70s. And he does feature the new stem piece for flowers. He actually has arm printing, which is like yellow paint splattered onto his lime green arms. And he has a swirl, fuzzy looking swirl on his chest there, which is actually his shirt underneath his tan jacket that he's wearing. No back printing. He has purple legs, which is always useful and awesome. And he does have a, you know, 1970s looking face. And no double-sided face. Brand new hairpiece. And he has a sweatband. So, definitely awesome. And he reminds me of what my dad looked like when he was in his 20s. Now we have Bill Gates here. And, he's pretty cool. He has a sweater vest, if you will. Light blue arms, brown legs, and the torso is actually tan. He has a nice little bow there, some plaid on his chest there, or his tummy. And he has glasses, nice little smile. By the way, this is not Bill Gates, this is a computer programmer. And then he has the new combed hair, which LEGO has been using ever since the superhero sets came out with Robin. And this guy does not have a double-sided face or back printing. He has a nice mug, so that's pretty cool. And then his laptop here. Let me just get this open for you. But one thing I want to point out is the vents on the back, and just looks really cool and more realistic. Here's a look at that. So, got some nice keys and a completely blank screen. Looks like he needs a new computer, especially since it just fell. Oh, and by the way you can feel for him is feel for that mug, but really. Feel for the thin rectangle. So, yeah, that's how you find him. I found him by the laptop. Feel for that small rectangle, guys. Next, we have the Grandma Visitor. And for obvious reasons, LEGO had to call her that. But really, she's Little Red Riding Hood. And she's really cool. She features the Jawa cape. Actually, it was Borisov's cape as well. They've used it several times. And we got it now made in red. And we do get a red hood. We don't see that very often. And we get short red legs, which is very cool. And then she has a nice little bow there, if you will. So, pretty cool. It's not actually a bow, but I don't know what you'd call that. And then she has some freckles on her face, and she's a little kid. And the basket is actually very rubbery, and the way you can find Little Red Riding Hood is feel for the basket handles, and that's how I found it. And the basket has no contents in it. Here we have the 80s style rocker girl. She's really cool. She features the new kind of blue color that LEGO has started to use. She has the guitar there, which has a nice little pink lightning streak on it, and lots of small and fine detail, which is always awesome. And lots of detail on her clothes as well. She has a new hairpiece, which almost looks like an anime hairpiece from like Naruto or something. And really awesome printing. Very complex, and definitely gonna give props to LEGO on this one, because these legs right here, these are like white legs, and they printed that much onto them. I mean, LEGO, you're awesome for that. That is some nice printing. And here's a better look at her face. Come off hair. She has some pink makeup on her eyebrows there, and no double-sided face or back printing, which is kind of lame. But God, the printing on her legs is absolutely fantastic, and there goes my little stand. Here's the Evil Knight. The Evil Knight is really cool. He is reusing the old castle/kingdom's armor, and he has a rubber sword, which is pretty cool. And that is in gunmetal, which is awesome. And this guy has just a ton of chain details, and as you can see, let's move him forward a little bit. As you can see, he has all kinds of details on the legs, which is very cool and very useful. Alright, just fix the lighting there real quick. And as you can see, the details are absolutely amazing. That printing is really cool. He even has printing on his feet there, and the leg printing is very nice. And then you have printing on his shield, and you got like a nice, almost looks like a warthog symbol. Not a halo warthog, but literally a warthog with tusks. So that's pretty cool. And then he has a evil head with red eyes and some pretty wacky looking eyebrows. No back printing. No double-sided head, I should say. And then no torso printing at all. So he also reuses the old castle helmet. So that pretty much defines your evil knight. So there he is. And if you want to feel for him, I would feel for the helmet. He has some the helmet has some really cool arches on it, and the vest is pretty easy to feel for, along with the shape of the shield, since he is the only one who features that shield in this series. So, he's pretty easy to find. So, here we have the Viking Woman. She's really cool. She has a very nice helmet, and the helmet is actually molded into her hairpiece, with her two ponytails going down there, and her shield is very simple, just a brown shield with a stud in the middle. Her sword is pretty simple as well, and the sword is rubbery, just like all of LEGO's swords. She does have a double-sided face. There's a look at her stern, serious face, and her happy and excited face. She does not have any back printing, and so she does split in half as well, Darth Maul style, but she has some nice detailing on her dress there, the bottom area of her dress, and then some really awesome detail on jewelry and necklaces and everything else on her torso. And she just looks overall awesome. But there is a confusing side to this figure when finding her. Actually, what happened to me was I thought that I had gotten the bride and the Viking Woman, when actually I went home with two Viking Women, because I thought I felt for this piece here, the bottom dress, and you can't get confused by that. So what I would do is, when you find this piece, when you're feeling the bags, is make sure you have the ponytails if you're looking for the Viking Woman, and when you're looking for the bride, feel for that brick, and once you find it in there, make sure you feel for her hairpiece, because this figure, you'll know it's the bride if you don't feel the ponytails and you feel a small hairpiece. So don't get confused with that, because that cost me an extra trip to Toys R Us. And by the way, the tusks or the teeth are removable from her helmet, so yeah, there you go. That is your look at LEGO Minifigures Series 7. Now let's talk about it a little bit. And guys, when you do actually look for the LEGO Minifigures Series 7 figures, you feel around for them at your local store, don't be upset if you do actually get doubles, if not triples, if not quadruples, because I certainly have. This is the 7th series, and I've been around for all 7, and I'm sure most of you have yourselves, but, you get used to it. So, believe it or not, the swimmer and the Galaxy Patrol guy, I actually got 2 of those on purpose, and I explained why I accidentally got the double of the Viking Woman, and the extra bagpiper was just an overall accident. So, along with the Little Red Riding Hood. So, technically, I really only got an extra Little Red Riding Hood and bagpiper. Extra. Along with the Viking Woman. So, 3 mistakes this series. I think I did pretty good. Okay, so, finally. These figures were awesome. Not the best series in my opinion, but you know, Legos, they've gone through so many series already, 7 in total, and this is the 7th obviously, but I think they're almost running out of ideas, but I mean, the colors is probably what's making me think that. They're a little bit more dull than they normally are, but you know, the series is cool. You got some really new, awesome pieces and new pieces. The new pieces we got were obviously the Viking Woman's hairpiece, the bagpipe, the Galaxy Patrol armor. We got a new bunny costume. We got some new rocker girl hair. We got the new cape, and I believe the new hair for the bride. We got the Aztec helmet, which is new as well. We got the mermaid tail. I believe that's new. I'm not sure. We got his crown as well with his hair, and we also got the Hippie's hair. You know, just a ton of new pieces, and it's really cool. And I think you can honestly, by looking at these, you can pick for yourself on what you think you should get. Because I know, I honestly, if I wasn't reviewing these for you guys, I probably wouldn't have gotten the tennis player, the Jungle Boy, the Evil Knievel guy, Daredevil. I probably wouldn't have got the computer programmer, and you know, I probably wouldn't have gotten certain ones. But honestly, if you just want to get the whole series, then by all means, go for it. But yeah, that pretty much sums it up. And awesome series, and I hope you guys enjoyed the long review. So, leave a comment if you stuck around. Alright guys. Yeah. So that was LEGO Minifigures Series 7. I hope you guys liked them. So be sure to pick it up. Pick some of the series up, whatever you want, at your local Toys R Us, because they are out now. And if you're watching this video a month from now, then guess what? They're out in Target and Walmart. So, anyway, that's it guys, and I'll see you later.
Bye!
What's going on guys, it's Michael MGF, and today I'm going to be doing a review on LEGO 8... Never start with a set number. What was the name of the mermaid guy? So, that pretty much concludes it for LEGO Minifigures Series... What the hell am I saying? I'm not done yet.